Let's see here. That good old Bloodborne is gonna be going on. So, we were just doing some more of the Kirby and the Forgotten Land Star-Crossed Worlds because I collected enough of those starries that I had to collect on my own time to be able to unlock the next level. And then I did, like, the next couple levels, and it turns out before I can finish it, I need to collect more starries. So, I put it to a poll. You want to see me just play levels I've already played before? Again? Trying to do routes that I haven't found to collect the stars that I'm missing, or would you rather me do that on my own time at some point, and then we come back and just finish off the part that we actually care about the game, and we switch to something else tonight. And Bloodborne got a bunch of votes, plus the special fifth option of Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, so we're just switching to this from Placid Plastic Duck Simulator, the most engaging, amazing video game ever made, where we sit around and we look at placid plastic ducks, so there was that. I don't think Harmonia knows my second Steam gift. I didn't. What? I have to switch my input to look at things. Do you gift another Placid Plastic Duck thing? Hold on. Because, yeah, I did not. Notification bell. You received a gift. Oh, from like 12 minutes ago. Hear me out. An expensive 20k channel points redeemed that has you add a duck to the stream for an hour. Placid Plastic Desktop? What is this? Bring your favorite ducks directly to your desktop. Choose from a vibrant selection of rubber ducks and let them help you stay focused at your desk. Whether you're working, studying, or playing, these are the ducks that will always be by your side. Add a duck to the stream for an hour? Wait, are you saying that whatever this game here is, this desktop overlay, would it overlay over existing games? Is that how it works? Is that a thing? Or your thought? After your first stream of the game, what are your initial thoughts? It's fun, but I feel like the need for memorization is more than I can handle. Yeah, I haven't yet here. I gave it one attempt when I streamed this a couple days ago. Then I was like, I'm kind of feeling tired. I think I'm going to sleep. It overlays over everything. Well, I switch my input here. So if I'm streaming something from my capture card like Bloodborne, I wouldn't see it unless I had the... unless I was looking through like OBS game view thing, or I could just like projector preview source Elgato and then it's put over that. I guess there's ways I could technically do it. It just wouldn't by default. An expensive 20k channel points redeemed that has you add a duck to the stream for an hour. I'd probably need to add hotkeys to turn it off as well when there's like cutscenes on one display. I'm not gonna click accept or decline at the moment. Anyone else have any thoughts about overlaying ducks over the existing game? Anyway, my general thoughts on this are like, it's fun. The bosses seem kind of cool and stuff. I'm not a big fan on the way that it handles consumables there, where I might have to farm for like blood vials at points. And I feel like I probably would have enjoyed this game a lot more if I had played it during the era where I was playing Dark Souls 1 to 3. I think playing this post-Elden Ring has me very spoiled on the whole stakes of America that let me just try the boss itself over and over again without making an insane run back. I don't remember how to get to the Blood-Starved Beast. This game was made for people with good memory. You have to memorize how to go across the friggin' country to make it back to a boss in this game, it seems like. That's one of the complaints that I can offer about it. The weapons transforming and stuff like that, whoa, that's weird, is really cool. The game generally seems pretty cool, but, oh my god, really? But bits like that are, not exactly my favorite thing. I believe everything is better with more placid plastic ducks. Is it now? Everything is better? I put that on everything. Okay, so design-wise it's pretty awesome, but gameplay-wise it's not super fun. I don't know if I'd say gameplay-wise is not super fun. Like, it's still fun and stuff. But, oh my god, I don't remember, man. It was this way, wasn't it? I don't know that I'd phrase it like that. It's just that there's a little bit of a run to get back to bosses that can take a little bit of a bit. And needing to, like, grind for your recovery items is a little bit annoying. Stuff like that. Where are the freaking... It was this way, wasn't it? I basically fully explore the levels whenever I replay the game with a few exceptions. really get across everything there. I do put that on everything. My dad drives a Jeep Wrangler, and I keep putting ducks on it. If for whatever reason I'm ever sending you anything, tell you what, I can 3D print you a duck. And send it over. I know you get a kick out of that. Fun but frustrating? Yeah, in some ways there. It definitely can be. I think I actually mostly remembered the route. Because I last played this game and first played this game like 2 days ago, something like that. So it's not too faint in my memory at the moment. But if I had... It was this way. Yeah, it was that way. Okay. But if I was coming back to this after like a couple weeks or something like that away, there's no friggin' way I'd remember how to get to the boss. So another shortcut that takes you closer to the boss? Oh, well. Oh, well. Also, out of curiosity, after the last stream, I did look at a video of someone beating it fast. I think I looked up speedruns of this game out of curiosity. And, yeah, so apparently that little tip about using this, apparently the boss just, like, goes after it if you throw it in a corner, which is kind of really funny. And, fire paper thingamabob, so maybe I'll try using some of this crap. Whatever, the amount of blood vials that I end up using here. Fun fact, I made my own TCG and tabletop simulator, and one of the deck archetypes is duck. Oh, I like how you can actually see through the fog walls in this game and see the boss behind. That's cool. I don't think that was the case in any of the other Soulsborne games I've played. Our work is all screenshots of ducks from Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. Yeah, I was gonna mention the cheese. Beast pellets, too. It's a beast pellet. Giant medicinal pellet that grants short-lived beasthood. Oh yeah, I think in the video I saw the person popping this, but I didn't know what it did. It just looked like they were popping it and nothing was happening. Is what it kind of looked like. Awaken anew without losing blood echoes. Oh, that's nice there. So our beast pellet, something that's worth popping there? Just nom nom and then something happens. Can I check like a detailed thing? Display? Large medicinal pellets supposedly formed of coagulated beast blood. Yeah. Ripping apart the flesh of one's enemies and being rained upon by the splatter of blood invigorates one's sense of beasthood, feeding strength and euphoric feeling in life. Grants a spirit of beasthood. It's like successive attack up. Okay, well. Tell you what, I'll equip that on there. Here. I'll do a few runs to get started, and then if I get a good foothold, then I'll start using some of those other consumables. And I also saw them doing, like, charge heavy attack when the guy roars, and it's like, okay, that's probably a good idea. And maybe I can from here? Nope. Wait until, like, a bigger opening. Or something or other. Whatever, did that statue just despawn back there? Whatever video I watched made it look super easy. Nope. I'm not good enough at this game. Whoops, I did the jump thing by accident because I started running. What is wrong with me, man? Dang it, man. I don't know. Get over here, away from the pillars, please. Oop. May as well just do some basic attacks there, right? You moved so far. If you were a little bit closer, that'd be nice. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Like... No, I didn't charge that up enough. Do that, and then... I don't know how to do the actual crit thing there. Well. Nice miss. I thought you were going to do a follow-up attack there. If this was Elden Ring, you totally would have. Dang it. Whatever, man. There we go. That's how you do that thing. And then maybe I do the... Hey. Gosh dang it, man. Maybe I do this. Go into the corner, please. Do that. Do this. Do this. And then just like... Really, man? I don't know how long that thing lasts, but... Oh yeah, I forgot to pop this thing, didn't I? Whoops, I'm using Night Rain buttons. well, I don't know. Go over there, please. Crap, man. No! Come on! I thought he was still going after the thing. Well, that's another thing that I'm not a big fan of in this game is if you use consumables during a boss, you're not exactly getting those back. I wish that there was a way that you could do like a manual hard save in this game, so I could make like a hard save with my consumables, do some attempts with the boss, and then if I fail the boss then a few times, then I can reload that hard save to when I actually had like a decent amount of said consumables. But as is, if I run out of these during attempts, no I wouldn't. If I ran out of these during attempts, then I literally have to go and farm more of them. So it's not something that makes the game harder, it's just something that makes the game take more time. It just artificially makes the game longer. Need to do that. So that's another thing that I'm not the biggest fan of with this game. So like, the boss itself doesn't seem like it's too hard or too much of an ask. But I will be frustrated with it sometimes there, when it's like, man, I just used all this stuff, and what it contributed to was nothing. You know? And now that's stuff that I'm not getting back unless I take time to be farming there. So all it is, it's literally just taking away more of your time. So I'm not really a big fan of when games do that. So that's another element that I don't exactly like in this game. Throw it into a core engine, whale on it. If you think it'll run out, throw it again. I was thinking that I might do that, and that's what I started doing at first. But yeah. Well, I'm not referring to save states. I just mean like a general hard save that you can do out in the world. Not like save stating in the middle of the boss. Just making like an actual regular save file like you can in most video games is what I mean. Instead of autosaves being your only saving. So there's no reloading to a previous save where I had like the consumables that I used up. Is what I mean. I'd probably prefer a game like this more if that were the case, but alas. Because yeah, let's say you attempt a boss a whole bunch of times and run out of blood vials, and then it's like, well, now I just have to take time to farm. Even if your level is fine, your strength is fine, just need to have the run where you successfully do it. It's like, well, still gotta grind for consumables before that point. So, those are probably the biggest elements that I'm not the biggest fan of with this game. Apart from those things, it was fun. Let's see here. Probably not be starting with that or anything. Hi, friend. Oh, and I wish I could lock on from farther, because I have to get really freaking close before I can lock on. At least the camera doesn't hate me like in Cleared Beast. The camera isn't giving me any difficulties during it. Really? Well. Well. Oh, wow. My phone is vibrating. Hopefully nothing important. Didn't quite count us from behind there. Not quite. If you didn't move so far, that'd be great. I was worried I rolled too early that time there. Can I? Nope, whatever. Weirdo. Just do an uncharged one, whatever. Dang. Just play it a little bit normally at first. Get a decent foothold in before I start potentially using consumables. You have to stop moving to the side, dude. You're so annoying. Maybe I will just use a... Gosh dang it, man! I'm dead now! I'm not dead. How am I not dead? Okay. Well, let's see here. Come on. So many sound effects. Definitely not helping. Whoops. Come on, come on, come on, come on, go! What is even happening? I can't even tell. Well, now I'm down to 1. I literally only have 1 health left. So, as is, I cannot throw multiple during one attempt at the boss. Unless I go out and grind. So, there was a similar issue that I had with Dark Souls 2, where every time you died, you lost a little bit of your maximum health, and therefore made each subsequent attempt harder. That's kind of an issue with this game, but with consumables, I would argue. Where it's like, oh, you didn't do it on that attempt? Well, I guess the next one's gonna be harder now. You don't have the same tools that you did before. And honestly, I don't know which one I dislike more. Like, at least the consumables you can grind up to have, like, a bazillion and then not worry about it. So maybe there'll come a point in the game where I just don't really worry about any of these consumables. Like, I'm sure that'll eventually happen, whereas Dark Souls 2, you always have to worry about the health. So maybe it's a bigger issue in Dark Souls 2. But I'm just generally not a really big fan of that kind of style. Because one of the things that I like about the Soulsborne series in general, is kind of the emphasis on, like, hey, this is a really hard, challenging game, but try again, and you'll get it eventually. But when every single time you need a retry, you have to do a run across the entire country, and it's harder because you lost your consumables unless you take extra time just to grind. So, all you really lose by losing the boss is just your time, and more so than something like Elden Ring, where you can just, you know, retry the boss on the spot until you get it, and it takes however long it takes to beat the boss. Here, it takes however long it takes to beat the boss, plus the grind for however many consumables you use along the way. So it's just kind of like an extra middle finger to your time. So that's my biggest gripe with this game, I would say. But yeah, like I said, generally, it's fun. I'd probably be enjoying this a lot more if I was playing in the middle of Dark Souls 1 to 3 and hadn't been as spoiled on Elden Ring as I am at this point. But that is definitely my biggest issue here. But yeah. That's how I feel. Hopefully no one's, like, offended about my Bloodborne slander. This way I go. This way I go. 'Cause yeah, my other consumables are looking a little sketchy sketchers. May as well do that. Well, you're getting a little weird there, aren't you? Can I lock on? I have to get that close before I can lock on. It's weird. Okay. I think I'm rolling that too early, but I think the hitbox is just such a way that it's not going to punish me for rolling that one early. When you talk about Bloodborne, I'm starting to think you missed the plastic ducks. Don't you dare start. We're not switching back to plastic ducks. I'm a Bloodborne player now. Okay, please. Dang it, I'm not getting the thing. Yeah, if you didn't lunge so much that way at the end, would be nice. Why did it cancel my lock on? What? Lock on, darn you! Look at that. Bootyful. Literally into bootyful. Alright, yeah, there's that I hate. Whoa, he turns around partway. Damn it. I don't really know if I want to waste an antidote on this attempt. I might just throw this attempt, because that is a little bit early to be getting hit. And the fact that I have this mentality, I think, is a potential problem. I mean, how many do I have? I have 4. I don't know how many attempts this is going to take me, man. What if he died of poisoning during... Gosh dang it! Gosh dang it! God frickin'... Like, I could have used an antidote there and survived longer, but my concern is that I'm gonna need those during a run that's more promising, so I just end up not using them. And I don't know if that's quite the way that I like to play games. You know? Like, of course I can serve consumables like crazy when I play a lot of games. But that's more of the sense of, like, saving them for later. Like, I know that if I use a consumable, I'll get refunded if I lose in other games. Like, and I can always start from the same strength. Whereas in this, it's like, there go those consumables. So, conserving consumables in a bit of a different sense. Most other games, I just don't use consumables because it's like, if I can beat it without consumables, then I will. For the sake of conserving. I don't think I've ever done Bloodstorm Beast normally. I'm gonna be a psychopath out here. Gosh, freaking, well, no, kill me, restart. I'm not using an antidote this early. That's a waste. I'm gonna have to use a freaking shit ton of blood vials before I get to the end if I want to. If I want to just go through the slow poisoning normally. So one hit from that guy just on the way there, and that may as well just be a reset. But yeah, somebody made that as a fan game, Bloodborne cart. It actually has a really sick trailer. I checked it out recently, just the trailer. And the trailer's really fun. So there's the fan project there. Which I don't know if that's a thing that's easy to just like install a ROM and play. It seems to be in like a PS1 kind of style from what I can tell. Late PS1, early PS2 kind of style. Or some such. Actually look kind of cool. Actually look like a fun game. Quite frankly. I'd probably get a kick out of playing it. Whee! But yeah, at some point between... At least that didn't truly poison me this time. At some point between sessions, I'll probably look into good places to farm different consumables. Come on! Come on! Get me on the thing! Well, I can't even make it to the boss half the time here. Go forward from the Lancer and drop down. There's a shorter shortcut. Okay, good to know there. I'll have a look-see. Forward from the Lantern and drop down. Like around the tower thingamajig here would be faster. But yeah, I'm sure overall I will end up having a lot of fun with this game, especially once I do get to a point that I've really farmed consumables and then I just don't care about them anymore. So I'm sure this game will get better for me as it goes on. Whee! But I think during this phase where I don't really have a massive ton of these things is when it's going to be the most frustrating. So you'll probably see me be the most frustrated with this game early on, and then less frustrated as we go on, is what I predict. Because the whole consumable thing will become less of a problem. This is this place. Also, Nightmare Cart, the game that was announced as Bloodborne Cart, is free on Steam. Oh? So it's just called Nightmare Cart. You followed me all this way? What a hooligan. So yeah, I don't want to go through this whole playthrough, like, bashing on the game or anything like that. Like, the whole reason I wanted to start it is because, you know, I've liked the other games here. I've thought for a while about starting this. And after some of the issues I had with Elden Ring, about, like, level scaling being all over the place, and it's like, oh, I super grinded out to level up for this boss, and now I take on this boss, but then I go take on the ones that are weaker, and now it's a walk in the park, and now it's boring because I turn off my brain to beat them. Stuff like that. And I'd heard that Bloodborne has, like, very similar combat that's, like, high speed, more intense than some of the slower Dark Souls 1 and 2. But it was linear, so, like, the bosses are all, like, well-balanced around the level that it expects the player to be at that point in a linear-ish adventure. And I thought for a while, ooh, I'd probably really like Bloodborne. So I've been looking forward to this game for a decent while. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fun to be had with it. I have no doubt. Boop. I'm also just now remembering I have my bullets. That I can try doing stun stuff. Oh, you turned during that, you hooligan. Like... Okay, that's not the timing on that one. I don't know, man. I don't know. You're so weird, aren't you? You're so weird. Look what I can do. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm not doing it, though. I'm not as weird as you. Stop taking away my lock-on, dang it. Really? That missed? Well, can I do this from the front too? Oh. Dang. Can I not run while I'm locked on? I'm holding the roll button and it's not I mean, you turn during this. I know that now. If you can't run while locked on in this game, that's kind of weird. Yeah, do the turnaround. Oh my god. Well, this is why I didn't use my consumables. My health was at like 80%. I make one mistake and that's it. Yeah, it is a little weird.